Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflictNerdCalum here today, bringing you another episode of Berika. So I'm recording these episodes back to back, so we're just bouncing off the last episode. One or two little things I've noticed is that you need to get filled up and you need to get filled up. That sentence wasn't the best thing actually. I needed to fill that area up with trees. Let's expand on that. So we are making a large loss of money. I'm not overly worried actually, I don't know why. I feel I should be shitting myself, but at the same time, I really not shitting myself. I need to go ahead and build more housing. This stage of the game, I'm just sort of altering with Omnicorp, playing around with it and seeing what needs built and what doesn't need built. Just trying to get the maximum out of everything. So overall things are going better than they were anyway. We're not losing as much money. We have a fuel token to trade. We have unskilled workers to trade. We also have food industry, but we are making a loss on high tech, which hopefully more high tech buildings are going up. If we run over to our high tech area here, it is expanding slowly but surely. And it's getting all the people that it needs, skilled executives and elites. And I'm really glad we have elites now, because they are really helping out. And we're just about back in the plus, which is good to see. So what I'm going to do is build quite a lot more elite housing, just because as that area fills up, the high-tech industry starts to employ more executives and elites. We're going to need to have some more of them in here. So that's another band of use built. By use, I mean elites, of course. I get elites and executive mixed up a lot, so that's why I always go ahead and place my mouse over 3 and 4 at the top half the time, just in case you think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I sometimes do muddle them up. I'm dyslexic, so I muddle a lot of stuff up, not words though usually. Especially on H1Z1, lefts and rights, norths and souths, I always get confused with, so it's just basic stuff like that I really do confuse myself with sometime. Anyway, going ahead and looking at the map here, buses are doing well, which is nice to see, but we're going to go ahead and start off with the metro now, because we did unlock that 100,000 people. I did forget to mention that, but we're going to go ahead and build our metro now. So to build the metro, we need to go ahead and come into here and build the metro company, which I'm going to go ahead and build beside the bus company. And now once that's built, we can go ahead and start building our first ever metro line. So the metro line, I want to have probably just the 1 or maybe 2 actually. Metro lines are really weird though in this game. When you place them, they cause not an issue, but they can just be dodgy. They can be really dodgy. So what I'm going to have here is I want you to come over, because as I said, going back 2 episodes probably now, metro lines at best serve elites and executives. They do serve skilled workers and unskilled workers, but they're much more likely to take the bus. So that's why much better to have a station probably over here. However, we obviously have an area of water, which is going to cause many, and I mean many, building issues. Plus there's also not a lot of room as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have the first line, which mainly just serves the skilled and unskilled peoples of the city. For that though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of this, and I need to delete some buildings. I need to make room for stations. So I need to basically go ahead and get rid of all this wooded area for now, which I know is not ideal, but it does need to disappear just for a small amount of time, then I can go ahead and replace it. Hopefully we'll get it spot on this time. So you there, again building for the future, hence I'm building a stop up here. Then we run over here, we can build you, which is wonderful to see. Build another stop in there, and build another stop, what about there? Then have you swing back over to the mainland, and have another stop in there. This is going to be one long ass line. Have another stop there, have another stop there, have another stop up here, and finally you're going to go and serve the high-end industry. No, there's not enough room. What's going on? What is going on? Why can't I build over to there? It's because it intersects a road at a funny angle. I'm really not at all sure why. This game has a bit of an issue with that. And again, it's not going to cause me to... I'm not going to be able to build... It's just because I don't know why that issue exists. But we're going to build some around here, and then we'll have you loop round and end there, I think. So that is one line, which is one very long line, but it serves most communities in Berika and in TP as well. It doesn't quite reach Spartica, but you've got buses. That's also meant though that we are making quite a big loss, a very large... I don't know why all of a sudden it just dropped so drastically. It was literally at 10,000, it dropped down to 20,000. I don't know why. I really don't think that metro line is costing that much. Okay, the line upkeep is costing 10,000, so that's where it comes from. At least I've got an answer, but hopefully that's going to have quite a high fill rate, and then hopefully that will, you know, have people moaning a bit less about traffic, because traffic, our city's grown quite a bit since we've last gone ahead and messed around with public transport. Hopefully that will deal with that issue for now. Again, we're making a heavy loss, and I really need to start thinking about my city's future now. Where are we going to go? Because we are having major financial issues. Doesn't look like we're going to come out of them anytime soon. And what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do something really strange. I'm going to wait and play the game out. So after this episode, I'm going to let the game run for a bit. Run for an hour. Once we get into positive, right now I am technically in positive. I'm positive 6,000. It's just because we're paying back the loan. So once we finish off the loan, which I don't know how many more payments we have. We took the loan out 2 episodes ago, or an episode ago. So we're still paying... Okay, we're still paying 20,000 there. As you can see, the cash tokens exported is a lot. We're paying a lot right now for stuff we don't have in our city. And that's why we're going to go ahead and build a shit ton more dumps. Because we need to start solving this issue. Electricity is too expensive. We have a lot of available jobs which we need to go ahead and deal with. I need to deal with these issues fundamentally. Because if we don't, then businesses won't open and we won't get taxes off them. So the population thing is one of the most important things actually. So if we go ahead and build you in there, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these stupid extra roads that build, and then we're just going to build lots of houses around you very quickly. Don't think we're going to be able to get too many more in though. But there we go, there's a few extra in, so hopefully that should start to deal with that issue. Then we jump back all the way over to Spartica. We're going to get to go ahead and play with some windy roads in this episode, which is kind of exciting. So, let's go ahead and do free zone, which is for the first time. We've not really done this free zoning in a while. I realise that's a straight road to start things off. But hopefully roads will start to get a wee bit more random, like so. Why can't we do that? It's just because of the highway connection, unfortunately. But if we go ahead and build something like that, then that looks quite nice. I do like the look of that. Then, and with that, we can go ahead and add in extra houses of our own. So, can we get another one in there? Yep, we can. I realise these are backing onto each other, but oh well, it'll have to do. We can get quite a few houses along here. This is where the coastal road is really going to start to get busy actually. And I've not totally thought it through, so I've not got any roads connecting up to the main housing estates. But if we go ahead and... how many houses can I get in there? Quite a lot, but the problem is you. And you know what we're going to do? We're just going to build a lot of single houses along this park because it's a bit too thin. So these are going to have a really nice view actually, which I realise skilled workers don't necessarily always have. But you are some of the lucky ones, I guess. Just going to reposition these actually, because we can get 3 in there. Again, all about maximising this space. Then down by this peninsula, we can definitely get a lot more in. So if we go ahead and build a road across there. And then we can build, hopefully, quite a few here. If we can get you... no, we can't get both yous in. God darn it. We should be able to get a one in at the end there. I need to be able to get a few in on this peninsula. There you go. We're definitely going to have a road coming along here. Just because this road is going to be beyond busy in a moment. So we'll build you there and we'll leave you there for now. So, oh god, we're about bankrupt. This is not good. So, what I'm going to do is, major, we need to very quickly go ahead and build some more elite housing, or, yeah, elite housing. Come over here and try and get some more of you in. There's not much room to get more of you in though, unfortunately. So we'll build another one there. And we can get another one in there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the game run for a while. I'm going to have to go into negative. I'm going to have to wait, unfortunately, for the loan to be paid off. Then once the loan is paid off, I'm going to go ahead and let the game run even more when we're in the positive, because we will be positive 10,000, and wait for it to advance. Overall, the statistics of the city won't change too much, because I'm not going to do any building in that time, but I'm going to leave it run for the best part of probably an hour or two, and then hopefully come back to a nice cash flow. We'll have a lot of issues to deal with at that stage, but once we do come back, hopefully everything will be fixed, or not quite fixed, but the financial situation will be fixed, and then we can go ahead and actually work on a proper city. Okay, so it's been a wee while since I last recorded. I know you have seen half of this episode already. I've actually had a break since the first half of this episode. This is like a week later from recording that. I've let the game run, and the game is performing so much better now. It is financially, as you can see, we're at 22 million, which it's just wonderful. We can go ahead and build whatever we want now. So for the rest of this episode, which is going to be another 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and address some of the ongoing issues with our general satisfaction. It's not as good as it could be, so I want to go ahead and address that issue. And then in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and start building some more high-end stuff, which we can basically afford to do now. We are making a loss, which at this stage it really doesn't matter because the amount of money we have. But hopefully that'll change when we go ahead and build some more buildings. So let's go ahead and start off by addressing with the electricity issue, because the electricity issue was one which I have solved previously, but then I had to go ahead and revert the addition of the power plant just because of my financial situation. Now my financial situation is amazing. We can go ahead and do what we want. So we've got 4 small power plants which are required to make this big power plant here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this big power plant, and then I'm going to probably place another big power plant as well. So we have plenty of power, just so we can go ahead and hopefully export it. So these cost, yeah, like 5,000 a month each, which is quite a bit. However, hopefully that's going to help things out on the electricity front, because I'm pretty sure we're about minus 3 tokens. Coming to think of it, so let me have a think here. Electricity's at -2, hopefully that'll update, and we will, yeah, it's gone up to monthly cost of 10,000, yeah, I thought that would happen. So hopefully overall though, the general satisfaction, I just want my general satisfaction to go up, and that's really the main issue. We'll worry about money. We don't really have to worry about money right now, which is good. So that's at 0. Which is nice to see, and I'm happy with that to stay like that for now. We've got another offices token to trade. Heavy industry, we should probably go ahead and deal with that. And holidays has finally come up, so we'll have to start dealing with that, which we'll build that in the next few episodes. I've got a plan really for the next few episodes, which I want to go ahead and do and follow. So holidays is something I think we agreed at the start. These outer Lang islands, these are good holiday islands, and I think they are quite nice locations. So we can definitely go ahead and build a lot of holiday orientated like beach islands out there. We've got a few packs which we can go ahead and play with. We've got the Americas, Europe, Asia, beach and mountain buildings. So mountain buildings in this situation obviously not going to really help me out too much. Beach pack though should be a load of fun. Tennis courts, all that sort of stuff, mini golf. So that should be good fun when we get round to placing that. Then we can also just go ahead and add some medieval stuff in as well. Have like a old style island, and then you've also got like these piers and marinas, stuff like that, which we can go ahead and place. Anyway, enough about that. We're not really going to go ahead and build any of that this episode. We have available jobs in some sectors, which is always nice to see. So we need to go ahead and build some more elite housing, and we need to build a tiny bit more executive housing. I'm also going to go ahead and add in a lot of bushes around here as well. and just make this place look a little bit nicer, because it's looking a little bit bare, that is safe to say. So let's go ahead and jump into our housing types. I don't really know how much housing I need to build. I don't really think I need to build that much, to be honest, so we'll just go ahead and build a little bit, and if we need to build more, we need to build more. So build that block there. Then I'm just going to go ahead and get... I wish there was like a mod or something which would just turn the highway extensions off, because the amount of times I have to do that is ridiculous, honestly. Then what I'm going to do is jump into elite housing, and then just place a few views around here, like so. For this small area, I think we will fill it up eventually, however I don't think there's much need to right now. The population is very, very high now, so... And I don't want the population to exceed 250,000. Once the population in this game exceeds about 50,000, the game just goes to shit. In terms of the game engine. The game engine's already struggling, I'm just trying to avoid that. So, with that, I don't really want the population to go up too much. I mean, I do want to fill up a lot of this area though. And I really want to have skyscrapers, for example, here. I mean, this area is starting to build up a wee bit more, but I would like to have much more skyscrapers in this area as well. As you can see, the frame rate is just fucking awful. Postcard mode with a high population isn't the best. Out here, I'm thinking of going ahead and getting rid of these skyscrapers, just because these would make more sense in the city. So have a lower density out here, higher density in the city. I think that would just make sense. And I think those two skyscrapers in the distance look a bit out of place and should maybe be more here. But that will come around in the future. We'll deal with it at another stage. So let's very quickly just add in some more decor, just because I think definitely over here in TP it needs to look just a bit greener. We did name this region TP, by the way, if you for some reason missed an episode and like, what is he talking about? This region's called TP over here, so let's go ahead and just do that. That looks quite nice. I should probably build a path in here maybe at some point. Hopefully that's dealt with the issue now though. So if we jump back into here, there we go. So there are no jobs available, which is nice to see. Looking at public transport, things have changed quite a bit actually, which is interesting. Bus number 1 is really, really down. It's probably because of the metro line. Metro line's doing pretty well, so we can go ahead and change your bus type there. I'm not really too bothered about, so we can go ahead and change you. So the average efficiency there is only 28%, so for example I might get rid of some buses and change them up at some stage. I'm really happy with the metro. We are losing 27,000, so you know, that could be worked on. We can go ahead and do some more trading as well with water, and we're going to build some more heavy industry. I think now this area is starting to fill up, and fill up very, very rapidly. I think we probably are going to have to maybe build a new industrial area at some point. In saying that, I don't want to go too much further with my industrial sort of building. I mean, I want to build a lot more offices. So if we go ahead and what we should maybe do is build some high density up the top here. Actually, I think that would make sense. Heavy industry. So we'll build like quite a lot more factories up the top here, like so, and see how that goes. So this is our first high density buildings. As you can see, there's actually a railway track there, which looks very out of place. But these factories are to a new scale, a new level. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of these ones are kind of big and some of them are different shapes and sizes, but this just takes it to a whole new level, which I think we've needed for a while here. Just a little bit of change, which is nice to see. Our high-tech industry seems to be doing extremely well. Quality of life it could be better, admittedly. That's at 47%. It's the taxes which are the issue, which is interesting, and it could be time to lower the taxes just in general, because what are people moaning at? There's too few tourism services and there isn't enough homes. So tourism is something that I probably need. There's a huge problem with traffic in this city. Interesting. Right, let's have a look at this. So, where is the traffic problems? There's literally none in my city right now. It'll be on the outskirts or in one of the suburban towns. The only line that I can see is orange is this one here, which is really, really annoying. This road is actually much more popular than I thought it would be. and it's because it is like a dead end road. So if we make this a through road, that might make a difference. So I'm just trying to think, what kind of road are you? I think you're just a road. Just a road. Yeah, you're just a road. So what I need you to do is come down here. However, this is a really, really sheer cliff face, so I'm probably actually going to have to go into bridge mode here and then find a road bridge like so. I know how to make a bridge, thank you very much. Just have you sort of just come down here. If you're going to let me. Yeah, probably to about there. Curl around. And this water tower is like perfectly in the way. Into there. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So now that's a two-way road and it joins up perfectly there. Part of the bridge did look a bit weird when I was building it, but it doesn't look too bad actually. It's not exactly, it's not unnatural, but it's not natural, I guess you could say. So, but hopefully that'll solve that. I literally think that is the tiniest thing they're moaning at. Look, they're not moaning at it anymore, so, or I guess our skilled workers are, but really people, it's a tiny bit of red road or a tiny bit of orange road will set people off, so it is really, really frustrating. I guess the two entrances here are a bit chock-a-block for Spartica here, but that's understandable. I should probably build more, to be fair, but I can't really, just the way I built the shops here, so I think we'll have to leave that for now. One thing I can do though is add a wee bit more decor in and around here. So if we jump into, I cannot remember half of these menus. It's just because I've actually been playing City Skylines, would you believe it or not? I'm sort of teaching myself the game because there will be a series of that coming at Christmas time, though before then there'll be quite a lot of videos of just like sort of let's builds. So obviously that game is a lot different to this game in many ways, especially with its decoration and its menu system and that sort of stuff. So overall, the satisfaction hasn't really improved, which is kind of frustrating, and for that I'm going to lower the taxes. How am I going to make my money back? I'm not really at all sure how I'm going to make the money back, to be honest. The money, it'll make itself back in time, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the taxes. I'm going to lower them down to 12%. Now, okay, yeah, this is causing me to take on a lot bigger loss, but we'll have plenty of time to turn it around, don't worry. I'm also going to lower corporate taxes for the first time down to 20%. So as you can see, we're making a fucking huge loss now, but I don't really care. So we go ahead and lower all these, then hopefully the general satisfaction of just everyone in the city will improve. Your satisfaction's gone up a tiny bit, but not really that much. With that done, what I want to do is go ahead and, before we wrap up this episode, just look at the bus lines, because the buses are, some of them I don't feel are needed right now. Every area is pretty much covered, to be honest. But what is the most popular? The yellow line just seems to be really not doing much at all. And that's because of the metro, which is understandable. Same with the green line. Or the light green line, should I say. And again, that's understandable. I'm going to get rid of the light green line. And that saved me a whopping 2,000, so that was basically just coming over from TP down to the offices, which they'll all be using the metro, because executives and elites always use the metro. That just seems to be a thing. And to be honest, I could get rid of bus line number 2 as well. What does that do? That just brings people... I'll leave that bus line in there for now. But the upkeep of the buses is kind of interesting. It's really difficult to get that balance again. And we're kind of getting it, but not as good as I want to. Looking at high-tech industry, that is one thing I want to go ahead and check. Because if we could trade that, that would be really good. And I think we have the resources to do that. So I'm going to build some more high-tech industry just before I wrap this episode up. So high-tech industry, medium density I'm going to build. I'm going to build another block. Probably another 2 blocks actually. Don't know if that is a good idea or not. Hopefully it'll pay off, because I really do reckon we have the resources in this city. And I'm just going to build an extra highway connection in there, like so. And very finally, what I'm going to do is add in a tiny bit more decoration. There's 1 or 2 blank areas here, which I'm not going to build in, that's for sure, and this area here as well. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with how all of this looks. Now we've got the money, we can go ahead and work on a lot of different projects which I am excited for. One being the airport and a holiday destination, which I'll probably start on in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I realise it has been a bit all over the place, but I hope you have enjoyed it. My name is ConflictNerdCalum, and I'm out.